We didn't hear it in our headphones, but we are live.
We are, okay.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? Remember me? It's me, Anthony Z. Donaldson, joined by my boy, Justin Smithson.
What's up?
It's Local Music Monday. How are you? Hope you enjoyed your last couple of weeks. It's been quite the whirlwind as of late. But real quick, shout out to the sponsors. Thank you to EJA Moving Services, Joey's at 307, Utica Coffee, my attorney Dave Longaretta, Saranac Brewery, Ballsy, ballwash.com. Use promo code members only for a 15% discount. Get yourself some Nut Rub. Nut Rub literally saved my life in Florida last week. I got to tell you, man, it was like 80 degrees down there, a little swoop and a doop, and I didn't have any problems down below, I'll tell you that. None whatsoever.
Hey, if they're listening right now, I'm out.
All my other buddies were like chafing, walking around all weird. You know, the weird chafe walk.
Oh, I know that because I'm affected by that right now.
I got to get you some Nut Rub, bro. Well, maybe there might be some in the back. Is there?
I don't know.
I know. We'll have to look.
All right.
And also, we got to give a big shout out to Chilling with the Rick Smith. We got to give him a big shout out. I know he's been watching. He's a big supporter, and we're a big supporter of his. And you know, we've told each other, you know what, we should be promoting each other. So that's why we always give him a
exactly.
mention.
You know, and we're also on a mission right now with Chillin' to bring him back to Utica and show him what real Italian food tastes like. Because when he was here last time, he was on our show last time, and he's like, I'm in Utica, I got some Italian food, I got to go do this, and we're like, cool, man, we're here, we can listen to all these places to go, right? All of a sudden, I'm looking at my Facebook, and I go, Anthony. He goes, what? I go, look where he is right now, and I showed him my phone. He was at Olive Garden.
Is that?
That's authentic. Yeah, you know.
He was at Olive Garden.
That's like that scene at the end of Goodfellas when he's talking about he can't even get spaghetti. It's just ketchup on noodles, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Ketchup on noodles.
Our guest today is Mr. Tom O'Rourke from Broken Rule, guitar player extraordinaire. And, you know, we're catching up over here. Him and I have so many friends in common.
Yeah,
it was just unbelievable.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, outside the music world.
Right.
And just talking, he's got a bunch of friends. He's from the Boonville area, if you will.
Boonville.
Boontucky, yeah.
Yeah.
Boontucky.
Or as the 90s kids would call it, B-Town.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but that's where Sean's from, Sean Smith.
B-ville, right?
No.
B-Town?
Like B-Town, because B-ville is like Baldwinsville.
Yeah.
You know, B-ville.
Yeah.
So then like B-Town or, you know, whatever. But yeah, Sean's from up there in God's country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Tom, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Thanks
glad
for having the band down here.
I had to cancel them at one point, so I apologize about that. But I'm glad we could get this done, and here we are currently sitting in our space, talking all things Broken Rule. You guys have been out there. Well, you've been busy lately.
We've been busy.
Yeah.
I've been with the band a little over 4 years, going on 5. Kevin's Kevin, our drummer, Kevin Rule, Kevin Pratt, who was on before.
Yeah. We had a great conversation with him.
Kevin's awesome. He founded the band. He got it started, and I came in not too long after that, probably within a year and a half. And so he and I are the old timers in it. Yeah, but
were you playing in other bands previously?
Actually, I was, but I wasn't. So it's a double-edged thing. I took years off where I didn't play. We had kids and young kids, and I coached. Like we were talking off screen here. You know, I was a coach for years.
Dude, he's in the. I'm sorry to cut you off, but he's in the Section 3 Sports Hall of Fame.
I believe it.
This guy right here. We have a Hall of Famer in the building with us right now.
Yeah, but if you hang around long enough, they either put you in a museum or jail.
Or straitjacket.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, I've spent the night in jail before, so I had to go to the museum too. You know? No, but you know, to be in a wrestling Hall of Fame, it just means you got a bunch of real rugged sons of bitches to do things the way you told them, and they got after it. So
yeah, for sure.
You know, I couldn't beat most of the guys I coached.
Right on.
Pretty tough guys.
But you made them think you could, though, right?
You convince them that they need to earn your approval or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they're all good kids. I've never met a kid once, you know, that ever years later, in their 40s or whatever, said, "Boy, I wished I'd never wrestled."
Sure.
To all of them, it was a thing they took pride in.
Yeah.
They reinforced good character traits they had. They worked out some bugs, a lot of them. Yeah. All good kids.
Who was some of the best wrestlers?
Some of the best
under your tutelage.
Well, there's I got to say I had my 3 sons I coached, and they were all very good. But Nicky Munn up at South Louis, Ben Morchek, Mikey Byrne, Anthony Austin, state champ from Adirondack, Derek Spann, who's now state champ from Adirondack, who was my youngest son, and he were practice partners and best foils for each other for years. He's an assistant coach at University of Buffalo now. He's Division I coach now. Yeah. Oh God, the guys, the Webster brothers, the all the Span boys, yeah, tons of them, lots of good kids.
Now, did you have a relationship with Jason Gleason?
Yeah, actually, I kicked his ass once.
Did you?
Well, I was 25 and he was 13.
He's an Olympian, by the way.
He was an Olympian. Yeah, I was a junior high coach at Adirondack when he was there, and I didn't kick his ass. I think he beat me up when he was 13.
What's he doing? What's he doing these days?
He's out in Colorado.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a construction guy. He's running. Last I knew, he was like a superintendent, manager, part owner, or something of a big construction outfit out there. And I want to say Colorado Springs. And I believe his sons are exceptional hockey players.
Oh, wow.
But I could be wrong about that. But Jason, we see him every now and then. His parents still live in Boonville. Yeah.
Was it the Atlanta Olympics?
Atlanta Olympics, 96 Olympics. Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, a bunch of us made a trip down for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a party. Yeah, it was a good time.
I think he was probably one of the first Olympians to come from here, minus Val Bialis.
Yeah, there was actually, I don't know about everybody, so I don't want to leave anybody out, but I know Port Leiden had an Olympian.
Oh, yeah?
Back before the school centralized, she was, her name was Cox. Rennie, it was just in the paper.
Okay.
Yeah, but every now and then you'll hear somebody. But Jason was fantastic, and you couldn't beat his work ethic and his personal, his one-on-one coach was from Boonville, Brian Platt, who was a Division I wrestler at Slippery Rock and Adirondack guy. Brian used to be the lead singer for a while in the Fulton Chain Gang.
Oh yeah, okay.
Big guy.
Yeah, of course.
And Brian and I, so you got to ask me if I've been playing. I kind of got back into playing as the coaching career got done with Brian. We were both around town. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing? You still strumming a little?" I'd played in high school bands with his older brother. Mm-hmm. So I said, "Yeah, kind of. I haven't done anything in a while." So I get it out, and it was like, you haven't played a guitar in years, and I got carpal tunnel syndrome both hands, and I'm beat to hell. Well, 30 some years of construction,
Yep.
So I said, all right. So I started doing it. We started getting a few gigs here and everything, and then got back into it.
You get some of the kids that used to coach, like, come out and watch you play and
all
go,
the time.
Holy shit, coach!
All the time. I was at station. We were at station 233 a few weeks ago. And good wrestler of mine. He's an engineer now. Works over at ABC Steel in Westmoreland.
Yeah.
I didn't even know where he was living right now. He just showed up because you don't remember me. I don't. You don't recognize me. No, I'm like minus the hair, plus the beard, plus 30 pounds.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
My wife gives me a hard time about that all the time. She's like, Tom, you just tell them you don't recognize them. Mm-hmm. There's 1,000 kids over 35 years.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of guys, but they're all. But as soon as they tell me, I'm like, oh my God, how you been? You know.
Sure.
And some guys never change.
No.
Some guys never change. So yeah, but it's a lot. They come out though. They come out in droves. We see all kinds of old athletes come out.
Do you still follow wrestling?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I still go in the room maybe once a week, a couple times a week in the winter.
Yeah.
Maybe work with a kid or two, but just when I want to and when I can.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Your passion now is music.
Yeah, well, that and got a granddaughter coming next month.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, we're really happy about that. Yeah. But she'll be in Texas.
Yeah.
So, but they got good music down there too.
Yes, they do.
We were just in Fort Worth about a month ago. They had a baby shower. Saw a great band there on a Sunday afternoon. You just can't walk around without seeing good music down there.
Yeah.
Nashville, Fort Worth.
Oh
Dallas,
yeah.
Yeah. There's players. There's some freaking players. Yeah.
Nice. I still never got that. I wish that I could learn how to do it, the chicken picking thing. They do that whole,
with a hybrid picking.
Yeah, I mean, I hybrid pick, but I can't some of the vocabulary that they use. I'm just not privy to.
Me neither. Me neither. I'm not really a country player. I mean, when I was a kid and picking up a guitar, I got to play with a country guy a lot named Vinny Wozniak, who was an old guy, and he taught me a few things about how to repeat the tag line and how the first stanza, the first half of your solo, you follow the vocal, then take off, and things like that. But I'm not really a country guy.
Sure.
I've actually become a better guitar player, I think. I'd like to think so, from playing country.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
It's like Bob Lett. Bob, Bob has filled in with us a few times.
Oh, cool.
Has he?
Yeah, Bob's great.
Yeah, he's amazing. I love that dude.
We were between bass players.
Did you have to learn the AC/DC song to do when he played? Okay, just making sure.
And we do it.
He kills those high notes.
And we do it. Yeah, we do it. And
outstanding.
And we've done it without him once or twice now too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but Bob said playing country just makes you a better player. Mm-hmm. It's like anything. You stretch yourself. I like to play a lot of bluegrass.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'm not a great bluegrass player, but I find that it makes me fluid. It reminds me to move my hand in the proper position, start with the right finger, so that I set myself up for two phrases later.
Sure.
To me, it's exercise.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you play other string instruments?
No,
just guitar.
I grew up playing trumpet, but just guitar. Yeah, I don't play anything else. No fiddle, no mandolin, nothing like that. No. I'm not that smart.
You're not that smart. No mandolin or banjo or any of that.
No, we have a ganjo.
A ganjo.
We have a ganjo. The band does. It's
guitar banjo.
A guitar banjo. It looks like a banjo, sounds like one, but it's strung like a guitar and tuned like a guitar.
Oh, wow.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
It's perfect for us guitar players.
Have you ever played one?
Yes.
Have you?
Oh, it's so cool because you get that sound. It's like that sound that you need.
Yeah.
But you can play regular guitar chords.
But it's guitar. It's not tuned different. Do
you do much slide? Do you do slide work?
A little bit. I'm not real good with it. I keep one of my Strats. I raise the action on it. I raise the nut. I raise the action on it, and I keep it heavy strung.
Sure.
And I work on it, but I don't do it a lot. No.
Right. Yeah, I don't. That's one thing I never have gotten into, but I've always wanted to. Like I love just see them up in like Big Apple Music and stuff. The resonators every once in a while you'll see there, and they're neat instruments. You know what I mean? And like just to be able to I pick one up and I have no idea what to do with it, no idea how to. You know what I mean? I know that the it's either strung open like open E, open G. You could do it like that, or you could keep it standard. But we were talking about Derek Trucks, yesterday and his slide work, the way it's
incredible.
The way he is just incredible.
He's incredible. His tone is unbelievable.
For sure.
What is it about a Strat that makes it such a great guitar to be a slide on? I feel like most of the guitarists that are slide players are always playing on a Strat.
I don't know about that.
No, I'm used to seeing him play. Like Derek plays an SG.
He plays an SG.
Oh, right.
And I mean Dwayne Allman was all Les Paul all day.
Was he?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it just depends on what style of music you're playing. Like I think a lot of the bluesier guys are playing Strats and maybe Tellys. But like you go the straight rock slide players.
Do you think the single coil isn't?
It's a little chimey, but
it's not as active, is it?
Right.
I mean, I don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think it would be, but I don't know. It's something about the humbucker, though. It's like it plays a huge role.
This is nerd lingo for everybody out there that has no idea what the hell we're talking about.
Well, they could be on my team because I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time.
Yeah,
but you did say humbucker.
I got a shout out to Kevin Rule. I was breaking his balls something fierce. Yeah. I feel really bad because he writes bullshit. Justin doesn't come to my interview, but a guitarist comes on and he's there. I wrote back. Yet another drummer jealous of us musicians, and he goes, "Ouch."
Hey, you know what they say? Count to 4 and start over.
Yeah.
We could tell drummer jokes till we're blue in the face.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Oh, I got drummer jokes for you.
You guys good with that? Huh?
Yeah, but it's. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you have musicians and you have drummers, and that's just the way it is. Well, we had that one big golf tournament we had with Jerry Krause put together, and he literally called it. No, I don't think Jerry Krause put that one together. I think that was Lenny and Larry Desiato, and they put it together. It was drummers against musicians. That was what it was called. And all the drummers were on one team, and all the rest of us were on another team. And it's something about drummers; they're a weird bunch. But when they get together, I don't know if they connive somehow and they just rule everything. You know what I mean? Yeah? Oh, it's incredible.
Who won?
The drummers, of course.
Yeah. I feel like drummers are great.
They got that, and they got the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I mean? Like they just got it down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They're not so sporadic.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
They're more calm on the golf course than they are behind a drum kit.
Right.
I don't know how that works out, but yeah. So what's up with Broken Rule? You guys got some gigs coming up?
We do.
What's your plans for the summer?
Well, next thing we got lined up is this Friday at Papa Top in Oneida. Like we were talking, we seem to be down in the Oneida Vernon area a lot. Papa Top's real cool. They have an outdoor. You played down there. You played
many times.
Yeah, you were just down there doing your acoustic thing.
Yeah, solo. I've been playing there a little bit, and shout out to Kevin Rule again for he books for Papa Top and does a phenomenal job with it. So
cool.
Yeah, we play outside and at the bandstand. They have a nice bandstand and. We started playing a few years ago when Jim Campney was still alive, got arrested his soul.
Yeah, absolutely.
He treated us great.
Yeah, he was incredible.
He was good for local music. He treated our band great. So we keep going back. We're still on for Friday. Our singer Matt has had a couple vocal issues. We've had to cancel a couple gigs. He's been voice was struggling, and you know what the thing is? He's got a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got I think the best country voice in the area.
Oh, cool.
He really does. Great on stage, but without him. It's not Broken Rule.
No,
it's 4 other guys that can play the songs. But
true. Yeah.
It's not. It's not a good country band without the good singer. So.
Sure.
But he was struggling, but he's gotten some medical attention and some exercises. I know Max Scaldone's reached out to him, has been helping him with his his breathing. And
yes, exactly.
So we'll see where he's at. He's got to get cleared, but we're hoping he'll be okay for Friday. If he's not, he's not. But
right.
So Friday will be Friday there, and then Vernon Downs on the 19th, the Night of Legion on the 26th. Then June kicks off at the White Lake Inn with their big shootout, the block party up there. We're playing the Saturday night, June 6th at White Lake.
Oh, it's always a blast up there.
My old friend Brian Albert has
Brian's
us
the
up there.
man.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Brian's awesome.
He is.
Yeah. I've done some acoustics up there and stuff out on the deck.
Great food up there, too, by the way.
Food's killer. Yeah. The Alberts do a great job, and Pizza Joe and everybody.
Pizza Joe's still up there?
Yeah, Pizza Joe's there, yeah. They get him to cook in between winning a quick draw all the time. And everything.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, but he's got us coming in June. So, we got a lot going on. Actually, Bo and I, our bass player, Bo Bailey, he and I will be at the Coach Light Inn this Saturday night up in Branningham.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, cool,
yeah. Yeah. It's a... Yeah, have you ever played up there? You ever done your acoustic up there?
No, never did. I've heard a lot about it. But
food's great. The crowd is great. Bobby and Shelley Doney do a great job with it of promoting acoustic music.
Beautiful.
And having musicians in. I'll have them get hold of you.
Definitely, please do.
If you got some time in the fall or something, I'm sure.
Definitely fall, winter is great. The summer's just. It's I'm tired.
Well, with the band and everything, yeah.
You're playing 6 nights a week.
Yeah, you said what day in June are you playing White Lake in?
I think it's June 3rd. I got down here.
June 3rd. I'm also playing there June 3rd.
Are you?
Yeah, Showtime.
Showtime playing there. Are you doing the afternoon?
Wait, is this a double booking? Did we just discover a double booking?
4 to 8. I think we're on at 8 or 9 or something.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're
okay,
on
so you guys are on right after us. That's great. I'm so pumped.
That's awesome.
No, that's not great.
Why?
We got to follow you guys.
Oh, come on now. No, once again, that's God's country. So they don't want to listen to us. They want to listen to country.
Can we get you drunk so you suck or something?
No, I actually play better when I'm drunk.
Oh, no, you think you do.
No, I know I do. I've been doing this a long time. It's like my nerves, I get drunk or I start drinking a little bit and my nerves calm down and I feel like I could just relax.
But it's that fine point.
Oh yeah,
between calm and sloppy.
You'll have to hold me down though because
yeah. So we're up White Lake that night.
That's so awesome.
We got something going. I think just about every weekend of the summer. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, we're going to be at Frog Fest again.
Very cool. Yeah. Is that in Frankfurt this year?
It is.
Yeah, right in my backyard.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
That was great last year. That was a real experience. We'd never played in front of a crowd that big or on a stage with a professional sound like you got with Mo and everything. So that was cool for us. I mean, it was one of those. You hit the drums, you go thump, thump, thump. Oh boy.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, but we were satisfied with our performance there last year. And
are you kicking it off this year?
No, they moved us up a few slots.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think we're third or fourth on. I can't remember. Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, it's we're just grateful to be there. Mm-hmm. Whatever slot they give us, we're happy to have it. We're grateful. We love people coming out seeing us. But it'll be nice because maybe there'll be a few more people even there. You know, when if you kick it off, people are coming through the gate. Yeah. But no, we're never going to get too big to be grateful for being included in things like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's the best way to look at it for sure.
You were mentioning that Matt had some vocal issues.
Yeah.
Is he one to do exercises before the show? I mean, vocal exercises. I don't mean physical.
He is now.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
He's really unschooled in it. He just had a beautiful natural voice, and he sings his heart out. And,
he's a karaoke guy, if I remember, right?
Right. The way it worked out was our singer, it wasn't long after I joined the band, the singer quit. And that's fine. People come and go. It's music. It's not marriage. It's not the priesthood. So people come and go. So we were without a singer, and we tried different guys. And we got a guy on Craigslist, and the guy called Kevin, said, well, what do you need? What are you looking? He says, country, It's like, well, what kind of country? You doing Hello Walls? He goes, no, Brooks and Dunn.
Yeah, right.
The guy's like, I don't know. That doesn't sound like me. He goes, but I got a buddy. Let me send my buddy. And he walked in my cellar, and I'm sitting there with acoustic guitar. Me and Kevin, we meet him and his girl, at the time, and shake hands, and what do you know? Well, let's look at this. Try that. And I start strumming, something. He starts singing. I just look over my guitar, and Kevin, I go, oh my God.
That's so cool. It's a great feeling.
Well, it was kind of like the Slash commercial when he tries out for the cover band.
I think he got the gig.
Yeah, the girl's like, you're in. And he's like, oh, cool, man.
Right. Yeah, that's
it was
so
like,
cool.
okay, that's a no-brainer. Here's kind of how we do things. If you can live with that, this is how we're going to do it. Then you're in. But immediately his voice just the timbre of it and the correctness of pitch.
Yeah.
At least in my demented ears, years of skill saws and stuff, sounded good to me.
Sure.
But he's a heck of a singer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're in a band. You'll never have another weekend off for the rest of your life.
Yeah. And you are married.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. You're
married to these 5 other.
You're married
dudes.
to 5 other dudes.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
But being on the road with Mo, I watch these guys go through. They do 20 minutes before their show. They do these vocal exercises, and they go, "Mommy made me mash my M&Ms,"
Yep.
and they go over and over and over and over,
Really?
and then they do all these different weird noises, and they do these things with their straws, and they just, "Mommy made me mash my M&Ms,"
Right,
and
yeah,
it just
they go
goes
up and
on
up
and on and on. Yeah, and they go up and up and up, and it's just I've never really seen it, but they're doing 3-4 part harmonies and stuff like that.
Oh,
Is that
yeah, of
something
course.
you do? Do you do vocal exercises or just a shot of Jack Daniels? And
Well,
you're
no,
ready to
yeah,
go?
that's why for a vocal exercise, I'll do a shot, drink a beer, and smoke a cigarette, and then go on stage.
But do you do any? Have you ever tried?
When I was in high school, because they made me.
Yeah,
but
like choir and stuff.
I mean, it's weird because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I can just get up and sing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I can't, and sometimes I do need to warm up, but. No matter what, like usually if I start the night singing, it's something that's a little bit easier. You know what I mean? That I'm not cranking, so I can ease into it that way. Otherwise, or if somebody else starts the song, I'm singing harmony in it anyway. So, usually I can, usually I can warm up while I'm singing harmonies. But
we try to take that into account.
Yeah.
Let's start off with something that's
Something
easy,
relatively easy,
something you know without thinking.
Yep.
We're not going to start with 3 new songs and something that you got to scream your heart out.
Exactly, yeah.
And we always give Matt, we always also give Matt the veto on anything. If you get to something that's on the set list, hey, I don't know about that. No problem. Just keep moving. If you're not feeling that, or we'll come back to it, or if you don't feel like you got the voice for it tonight, that's fine.
Well, he sings every song too, right?
Most of them. Yeah, and we've had to consider adding, like Bo, our bass player, has a beautiful voice.
Cool.
But he's new to the band, so he was learning the repertoire, but that's not a problem. I mean, Bo does a few songs and he does them great.
He's awesome. The FNG.
Yeah.
The fucking new guy.
Yeah, but he's not new. He's got a lot of experience. He played with Rollin' Easy, which is his cousin Ben Blair's band.
I remember that band.
Remember them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he played in Chain Gang a couple times. And he's a pro. Yeah, he's got experience. He's good, and he's got a nice voice, and it's a little higher than Matt, so it makes it nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean he's a big guy, but it's a typical big guy has a higher voice thing. It's not an alto or anything, but he's got a thinner, higher voice, and it sounds good in the harmonies.
Yeah.
So he hasn't hurt us a bit. His playing's excellent. One of the things really great about Bo is he picks up music so fast.
Yeah,
he's one of those guys. Just start playing it. Just start playing. Don't tell me how to play. Just start playing it. 8 bars in, he's right with you.
Right with you. Yeah.
So which is how I started with Broken Rule. I didn't know anything. They said, we got a gig next week. Could you play? I said, yeah. I just turned the volume down. I was playing a Les Paul at the time. I didn't even have a Strat yet. And I turned down Les Paul. I'm looking and watching and go, okay, yeah, all right. I think I heard this one. Yeah.
It's where you just play Follow the Leader after that, right?
Yeah, actually, that. Yeah. So.
Moyer's checking in. He's saying it's about time you guys had the show. We should talk about the show really quick. I've been busy.
Yeah.
Touring and whatnot, and for this summer, there's a lot of gigs coming up, so we'll figure out when we'll be doing the show. But we'll be doing the show here and there, of course, on Mondays, and we're figuring out the schedule. So actually, we'll get together on the schedule.
Yeah, definitely, especially.
But like next week we won't be here, but the week after we will be here, and the week after we got Slivers coming.
Yes.
Yeah, so that should be.
I'm excited for that. But I mean, just a shout out to anybody listening right now. Please just check the Disruption Network Facebook. I'll always share the post when you make it, so look at any of our Facebook pages and you'll know if we're on or not.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's going to be a busy summer, that's for sure. But it means everybody's back to work again. Thank God. Thank God. And I know what's Moyer saying? He has to do warm-up exercises and still uses streamers before the shows. What are streamers? Or steamers? Vocal steamers.
Yeah, the steamers, it's like a portable steam machine, and you put water
like a
in
CPAP?
it. Almost. It looks like a handheld CPAP almost, but it literally is just steam going up into your, and I mean, I'm telling you right now, Turning Stone Casino, I mean, if I would solely use it there because I've never played a place so dry in my entire life.
Yeah.
I barely can sing there.
You said that last night, too.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Like somebody was coughing. We're like, "Oh, did you play the casino last night?"
Yeah, that was John Short.
Yeah.
Yesterday from Soul Injection. He literally sang yesterday, lost his voice, and I'm like, "You played the casino, didn't you?" He goes, "Yeah, we were at the Turquoise Tiger." I'm like, "Dude, it's brutal. It is absolutely brutal."
Is the Tin Rooster any better?
I've never played up there, but I've played the Turquoise Tiger and the Gang, and both of them are the driest. I mean, I'd say even in the casino itself, the casino floor itself, they keep it really, really dry.
So they want you drinking.
Yeah, they want you drinking.
Yeah, probably.
Exactly.
And then when you get drunk, you go gamble. It's all
right.
It's all part of the ploy. It's what happens at Turning Stone.
For sure.
But no, they're doing good. Real quick too. Yesterday was epic for the Alberico Memorial. It was so cool, man. It was overwhelming for me. It was like, I know it was a thing for the Alberico family. It was like, this is your life type of thing. But I felt that way too. I saw people I haven't seen in 30, 40 years.
All of us did, yeah.
Yeah. And
it was extremely, and I talked to a lot of other musicians that felt the same way. It was extremely overstimulating.
It was.
Like, literally, like you couldn't walk anywhere without running into a guitar player, running into a bass player, running into a guy that sang for 40 years you haven't seen in 40 years. You know what I mean? Like, just everybody was there. Everyone.
That's what Steph and I were saying, though. Yeah. That whole thing, like, you had all the old timers that are still alive. Every old timer was still there, and then you guys were like the youngest of the echelons of that. And it like you guys been together almost 30 years, and it was just crazy. Everywhere you turned around, there was just some legendary local musician standing in front of your face. And I'm getting chills just talking about it. But it was just
we our claim to fame is we have one legendary player in the band, and that's Carl Goodines. So
yeah, for sure.
You know, he was in 805, and that he was. You know, you remember 805, right? Yeah. He was in that band. So,
I saw them when I was a kid. I was just old enough to sneak into the bars when they were playing.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So you know, we have our resident 105-year-old in the band, and we love him. So,
but on the jazz side of things, it was
Rick
so Montalbano and Dean Blask and Devin and all those guys. Monk Rowe.
Yeah, Monk Rowe came out and played.
Devin Garamone was there.
Yeah.
I've got to play with Devin a couple times.
Did you?
Yeah, I've got to jam with him. He sat in with a group I was playing with a couple times. Yeah, he's awesome.
Oh yeah, he does the same thing that Sal Jr. used to do. Sal Jr. used to just go around the bars, and he'd always have his horn, and he would just show up and, hey, you mind if I play? Sure. You know, get up and jam. And Devin does the same thing.
Yeah. Devin's great.
Yep.
I love Devin. He learned from Sal.
Yeah.
That's his mentor.
Yeah, exactly. And Sal Sr., Mike Galimi was playing his soprano sax at the end of the night.
Yeah.
And he bought it from him years and years and years ago. It's like a 1920 or 1925 soprano sax, and it literally looks like a kid's toy saxophone. It's like this big, and shaped like an alto, and literally like the sound that comes out of this is just epic.
Cool. It's amazing. So cool. Steph's checking in right now, and she's saying Uncle Mo on drums, though. Yeah, Maurice Petrello is one of my favorite local drummers, hands down. Him and Lenny. It's a tie for me. It's between Lenny and him to watch. I sat there and watched Mo in awe. The guy is he's a clock. And not only is a clock, he's so passionate when he plays. Yeah. And then he makes it look so effortless.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And he just does his thing, and you could just see the passion when he's playing. And,
Oh,
he's into it.
Absolutely.
He's so into it.
How about Justice McBride, man? You don't see those guys play barely at all anymore, like as far as that band.
That band.
I was going to say, is that band?
I mean, yeah, it's that band. Yeah, I mean, the Sistine brothers are out, and they got 14 different bands with 14 different genres.
I've tried to explain that to people up home that aren't as familiar with the Utica scene as you guys are. I mean, this is your scene, and I get to be part of it sometimes and see it. But, you get north of here, and people, I don't want to say it's another world, but people they're like, who are you talking about? I'm like, there's this bunch, these brothers, and I said, they got like 10 bands.
Yeah.
And I just they take 2 guys out, put 2 new guys in. Yeah. And I got to see them at Salisbury Hotel do the LeBrers thing.
I have not seen LeBrers yet, and I really, really, really like.
It's excellent.
I can't wait.
It's excellent.
I can't wait.
No, it's worth.
But then you go see that, and then the next day they'll be playing at the Celtic Harp doing Irish music. You know what I mean, like all Irish standards. And that's really cool that they could do that.
I actually got to sit in with them at the harp one time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there were a bunch of buddies, and they're yelling, "Hey, Tommy can play with you," and they're like, "Well, send him down." So I went down. And I did the weight with them, and that day they were just farting around. They were like, "We'll start at A." And come up with whatever song we know. Just call out songs that start with the letter A and then B and then C. And it was like, no, I've never seen anybody do this. And they did it.
Funny.
They just pulled it off. Like they had to like the F, and it was like the Fields of Athernethi or something. I'm not kidding. It was hilarious. I never seen anybody do it.
Do you know at one point back in the early 90s at the Uptown Theater, they did the whole Jesus Christ Superstar
No way.
to its entirety, like did the whole play.
No way.
They had actors, actresses, all the whole 9 yards.
Every single year at Easter, Mark or Al or Dan will post, or all three of them will post a song from that because they recorded it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really, really good.
Really good.
Really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Mark was Judas. He played Judas in it. It was just, it's incredible.
And Dan sister had thumb surgery a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Couple months ago. And last night they played The Outlaws, Green Grass, and High Tides.
Yes, I love
that's
that song.
That's a 10-minute song.
Yep.
And there's a lot of guitar solos in it.
Oh, yeah.
And
He's
it looked like the guy, he's just ripping on it. And it's like, you just had thumb surgery. How are you doing this? Yeah. And it's amazing, man. But that's, when you want to talk about music being a part of their DNA, that's the Sistine Brothers right there.
Yeah, they do everything well. Everything they do well.
Yeah, they do.
I haven't seen the Justice McBride act in a long time, since I was a kid.
They killed it last night. Like I said, they did the Outlaws. They did some Tom Petty. They were just all over the place. So that was a lot of fun. And also, big shout out to Monkey Fever. Right, Monkey Fever out there.
I don't know those guys.
Jerry Crimmins, man, he's another one of my favorite vocalists in the area.
It's basically like every single person you would think is like a legend in Syracuse right now is in that band. So you got Joe Paceri on guitar,
Bill Berry on
keys, Tom Hillenbrand on the other guitar. Then I forget that they do have a new bass player, which I think he plays for the Brownskin band, right?
Yeah.
And Jerry on vocals, Lenny Milano on drums. I mean, it's an all-star band.
Yeah.
They're just incredible.
They were playing Bad Company and whatnot.
Yeah, they do, but they do like the most A side song that they did last night was probably "Reelin' in the Years" by Steely Dan. They did the Vanilla Fudge version of "Keep Me Hanging On." They did just
Feel Like Making Love.
Feel Like Making Love, which out of all the, I mean, they're like, it's just they do whatever they want and they sound great at it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
We
stuff.
slip that one in sometimes. We'll take that one from that Chris Janson song, "Buy Me a Boat," and we'll slip into "Feel Like Making Love." Stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
Yesterday was epic, though. I want to thank everybody that came out and showed their support and showed their love, and it was overwhelming. And Steph even said it yesterday. She's like, "You're not going to see this type of caliber of musicianship in one room ever again."
Nope.
And it's true. It's just it was so amazing.
Well, unless we do it again.
Yeah.
Which I think we should.
We should. And I told that to Joe Alberico yesterday because at the end of the night he's like, "We did it, brother." I'm like, "You did it, man. You did it." And I was like, maybe you should be a promoter. Like, think about it. Like, look at all the people you brought together. You don't have to play. Just maybe you should be a promoter and put these things together. I'm telling you, this area is starving for it. And not only that, but I think a lot of the old timers were really fiending for it.
Yeah, and I think that he's onto something with the whole, the musical instrument donation. If we exhaust that down the road, where we've got enough, like a ton of donations, and people just don't have instruments to donate anymore. Maybe turn it into a Sal Alberico scholarship fund. You know what I mean, and do a scholarship for somebody, and you know what I mean, but have that kind of show every year to raise money for it would just be great. And it wasn't like as crazy as it was all day for everybody involved, like just to get stuff the way it felt like it ran smooth.
It did. Yeah. I didn't.
For the most part.
It ran perfect. Everything ran perfect. And shout out to your boy Joe Rossi too, man.
Yeah, he killed it.
He dialed it in, and he walked into we had me, Larry, and Johnny set everything up the night before.
Right.
And shout out to my boy Mike Pizzulo too for helping out. We set up everything the night before. And Joe walked into like, oh my God, what's going on in here? Like, you know, it looked like he was flustered at first, but it ended up working out perfectly.
It worked out great, definitely. I got to go back to the casino thing for 1 second. Our sound guy, Art Simmons.
Oh my dude!
Shout out to Art. And I kind of agree with him with this too. After working at Turning Stone for years, I'm convinced it's the haze fluid they use that is just brutal on voices, and I think I agree with that.
What's the haze fluid?
Like the fluid that they put in to make the fogger.
Oh, the fog stuff.
Fog machine, yeah. Like the hazer is the one that keeps it low to the ground.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's got a smell to it. It's got a But I think I agree. I think it's a combination of both. Because the second I walk into the casino, I'm already like,
really?
Well, it's all treated air, right? There's it's not a window open anywhere.
God, there's not a single window open anywhere.
If it's a casino, there isn't a window. You could be in there at noon and think it's midnight, right?
I mean, you're lucky there's windows on the doors.
We just got to trust in the fact that they are changing the filters on all this shit.
Tom, we have a question out there from the new guy in Broken Rule.
Yeah,
and he wants to know what's your favorite song to play of all time.
Favorite song of all time to play? Probably Blue Sky by the Allman Brothers.
Oh, what a great song.
Yeah, our original, not our original, but one of our guitar players during the course of Comings and Goings, before Mitch was playing with us, Mitch Levy, Jeremy Seaton, young guy, very young guy. And he had kind of similar tastes as I do. I'm more of a Southern guy, blues guy, rock guy. I don't know. But I'm an Allman Brothers guy.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Jeremy and I would trade the solos and play the dual parts together in the harmonies and everything. We did that a few times, and we did it live a few times. I guess if I had to pick one favorite song, that might be it. But anything you play well and people enjoy, it changes from night to night.
How many times have you seen the Allman Brothers in your lifetime?
Only once.
Only once, really?
I caught them only once. Well,
you're one of the lucky ones.
I know. A lot of people never got to see them. I got to see them at Darien Lake with my oldest son Matt, who lives in Buffalo, and is a big music fan, and we saw him on a beautiful August night. The beautiful smell, the haze in the air. That's
called weed, dude.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. Anyway, there was going, and Steve Winwood opened for him.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you would have.
This concert's just getting better and better.
I would have just gone to see Steve.
Absolutely,
Winwood,
absolutely.
And he was great. His band was great, and he was in fine voice, and Allmans came out and they did their thing, and it was just sundown over Western New York and just warm out and beautiful. And there's still a lot of YouTube videos of that night, and they cut a CD of it, just burned one.
Was Derek Trucks with them then, or
Derek was? So I got to see Derek and Warren both play.
Derek and Warren.
Two of my favorites.
O'Teal on bass.
Yeah, O'Teal was playing.
So no Dickie Betts then, right?
No Dickie. No. This was long after Dickie, but
he was in rehab then, or beating his wife,
or playing golf. I guess he plays a ton of golf. I don't know, but yeah, they were great that night. They did all the hits. They didn't go into the back catalog too much. I think they did "You Don't Love Me." At one point, it was so mellow how they did it. They slid right into the Van Morrison song. Why is it escape?
Into the Mystic.
Into the Mystic.
Yeah.
They slid right into that from something and then back out of it into something else.
Yep.
They were beautiful. It was just beautiful.
Yeah.
And to a fan, to an old fan like that who grew up on him, it was like, wow, this is moving. It was tears in the eyes kind of thing.
Are you a Government Mule fan?
I'm a Warren Haynes fan.
Yeah.
Same here.
I like Mule, but I can't get into everything. But to me, it's almost like a guitar player thing to listen to them and listen to Warren play and watch what he's doing in here. Some of the songs, The Deep End. Oh gosh,
Where's my mule?
Where's my mule? I must be dreaming. I must be dreaming or something. Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm a Mule fan, but I like him. But I saw him down Saranac the night that it got delayed and everything.
That's one of the most epic nights in Saranac history.
Yeah, Blackberry Smoke was on, and then
Blackberry Smoke opened that show.
Then we spent 2 hours at O'Donnell's Pub, and by the time we got back, we hardly remember seeing Government Mule play.
It rained so hard, and you know what? Shout out to Fred Matt, because Fred Matt opened up the whole brewery for people.
Oh wow!
Because there's 2,500 people in his courtyard, and it was torrential downpour. It was bad that night.
Oh, it was terrible.
And people just went to Varick Street, or they stayed at the brewery, and Fred's like, free drinks on everybody.
Wow.
And we ended up putting the show back on 2 hours later.
Yeah, exactly.
2 hours later, we called everybody back into the show, and the Mule came and lit it up. They played after midnight. They played till like 12:30 or something like that.
It was a long night.
It was a long night. But it was epic that night.
They do live. They cover. Well, it's Warren's song, but they cover Soulshine, right?
Yeah,
I've done that acoustic. I was in an acoustic thing with a guy named Danny Bradish for a few years.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Danny's a teacher. He's down in the Cortland area teaching. He's taking a little time away from doing this. He's got a lady, and he's getting his career going and everything. But we always did Soulshine and a couple other
great tune.
Stuff. Yeah, great tune. Yeah.
Trouble No More is my favorite Allman tune.
Mine too.
I love that song.
Bo is asking a follow-up question. He wants to know your least favorite song to play of all time.
Oh, anyone he sings. No, that's not true.
There's probably a lot. I mean, can we just go with the standards like Mustang Sally, Freebird,
that's up there.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Actually, Lizzie Simchek and I did Freebird acoustic once together when guys just wouldn't stop yelling. We said, fine, here we go.
Fuck it, here we go.
Yep.
Wagon wheel.
I've done it before.
Wagon wheel's up there. Yeah. But you know, it's you don't want to say too much because every song you don't like is somebody's favorite song.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
They listen to it with their little girl growing up or whatever. So I don't know. There's just some that's like, you know, I'll say this, and I know you know this, Justin, is there are some songs that you can't not play, but you don't care if you ever play them again.
Oh, yeah.
But they always work.
Africa for me.
Africa. Really?
Oh, yeah.
And that's your favorite band?
Toto's my favorite band
But you guys
of all time.
kill Africa. You
But
crush that song.
Yeah, I've seen you guys do that.
You guys play that.
You guys do that great.
Yeah, but it's so overplayed. It's like, you know, I never thought, like, I was always happy that Toto was like this band that kind of was like under the radar. You know what I mean? And like, you know, I could just listen to it whenever I wanted to, and nobody cared. You know, and all of a sudden, Weezer went and covered Africa, and it blew up into the stratosphere. And I mean, there was literally a YouTube channel that was a live feed of just the Sahara Desert with animals walking through it, and they looped Africa over and over again all day, all night, 24-hour loop of Africa.
It's probably got millions of views, too.
Yeah. So it's kind of like watching Tombstone on TV.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tombstone Network, you know?
Right.
No, I don't know. You know, maybe Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
But for a country Southern rock band, you play it every night.
You have to play it.
And it always works.
Yep.
And we play pretty well. I'm satisfied with it, you know.
I never know what key to solo in that.
It's weird.
It is a weird one.
I can't tell you, but it's a mode thing.
It's a modal thing.
Mixolydian, Dorian, I don't remember, but it's not where you think it should be.
No, it's not, because I've tried everything, and I'm like, that. Okay, like some notes work, and then all of a sudden I'll go to the like, no, that's not it, you know. But everything else I could play right. Just the solos, I'm like so confused. And maybe that's another reason why I don't like playing it either.
How do you do your solos? I mean, I don't memorize them, but I try to find the hook or two within them that if it has to be in the solo, then you got to play it.
I mean, like if I'm not learning a solo note for note, then I'm improvising everything on the spot.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't ever, you know, have an idea.
Because I'll always start the Sweet Home Alabama solo with the Then after that, it's like, okay, where are we going now?
Yeah, exactly. It's all on now. Yeah, I mean, that for me, it's like that. I mean, it's a 50-50 shot with me if it's going to be good or bad. But I mean, at least I know where as long as I put my fingers in the right spot on the neck, you know, I phrase things a certain way. I have my licks that are my licks, and that, you know, I play a lot, and that's why, I mean, like I love playing in the blues trio, or the trio that we have, but I hate it at the same time because I constantly have to. I'm the only soloist in the band, and I feel like I'm playing the same guitar solo every time. And I know I'm not, but you get to that point where you're thinking like I've ran out of stuff to play. Like,
same licks, you mean?
Yeah, and I'm like, God, I suck. You know what I mean? This is horrible. I need to up my vocabulary. I don't know enough. You know, and I start getting pissed off at myself.
You start finding you're always doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, oh no, why do I keep falling?
Well, for years I used to do my go-to lick when I was younger. It's just learning how to play lead guitar. My go-to lick was the last lick in Stairway to Heaven.
Oh yeah,
that was my lick, the triplets. You know, I'm like, yeah, I can play fast.
Yeah, but then you play fast, but then you hear guys criticize. Well, I don't have to play fast. I want to play. That's usually guys that can't play fast.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I could play fast, but I learned really quickly that's cool for a little while, and then but what's more cool is when you can play melodic. That's a really cool thing, and like to be able to have to use quickness as like an asset when you play as a transitional thing.
What'd you think of? You're a little younger than me. You guys are, but quite a lot younger. But I grew up on a lot of that Southern rock, like 38 Special.
Oh yeah, 38 Special is great.
Jeff Carlisi, I thought was I've I've listened to a few of his interviews and technical things, and his key was always when I'm composing a solo, when I'm making a solo, he goes, I can't sing for shit, but if I can sing the solo, then I can play it.
Right, exactly.
And that's where he always started to talk about the melodic stuff.
The melodic end of it. And once again, another underrated guitar player as far as I'm concerned. Like there's so many great guitar players that nobody knows their name. Like, my favorite, obviously, Steve Lukather from Toto. I mean, I talk about him all the time because people don't talk about him enough.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, I hate Toto. You know, Africa sucks. You know, Rosanna sucks." Like, you know, okay, but there's so much more to them than that. Like, like look at all the records that they played on. Look at Boss Gags. Look at Thriller. I mean, they were on all those records.
Because they were a studio band.
That was them. Him and the
Picaros. And, right?
Well, Jeff Picaro started out playing with Steely Dan, and then they all were on tour with Boss Gags right before they created a band together.
Oh,
so
really?
Paige and the Jeff Picaro, because David Hungate was still playing bass back then. It was before his brother joined the band, and you know, Luke and Steve Picaro was playing keys too with Paige, and that was the backup band. I mean, I've talked about this before. Steve Lukather's first gig was at Red Rocks. Can you imagine being 17 years old? Just walking out on the Red Rocks and playing a gig with Boss Gags. I mean, come on, you know what I mean?
Amazing.
How amazing that must have been, you know what I mean? But, you know.
I had turned 57 to go to Frog Fest.
Yeah, right, exactly, right. Yeah. Man, it's just it's cool to play those bigger stages. So you were talking about that, like just that first time you hear the kick drum.
Yeah.
And it just like echoes across everything. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This is so awesome.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
Our boy Spoonie's checking in. Spoonie and the Tone Chasers.
Yep.
Check those guys out. There's so many great bands coming out of the area.
They're good.
They're a great band.
In fact, I've talked to Jake Lozo a little bit lately. I'd like to hook up and play with him sometime.
He's great.
We haven't been able to. I haven't been able to give him to get back to him to schedule a time to hook up, but I'd like to jam with him.
Spoonie's saying that you're his favorite country band, local country band, all talented members, and the sound and the mix was perfect.
That's awesome.
And all that.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you.
If you guys are watching on Facebook, if you could do us a favor and click the share button, help spread the word of Broken Rule and what we're doing here at Local Music Monday, that would be greatly appreciated. Our boy Gary Johnson's in the house.
Yes.
Gary Johnson. Dude, this is Star Study Cast today.
It is. It really is.
We've got a lot of awesome people checking in today. But Steve Lukather wishes he was as good as Nick Jonas.
Every single year, Jeff Moyer ends up posting, because he did like a note for note cover of that solo that he played in the awards show that was brutal.
Note.
But no, it was just brutal, the whole fucking thing. And Jeff did literally a note for note, out of key. So he played the whole thing, note for note. Yeah. Every year, and I wait for it every year because I laugh so hard every time.
That's so funny.
Spoonie, those guys practice right underneath us at the Marine Corps.
Spoonie?
Yep.
The Marine Corps League in Ilion?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been practicing there since we started.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Joetown, too. I haven't said hi to Joetown today. So, hi, Joetown. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for sharing.
She made the trip down to see us on Saturday.
Did she?
Yeah, One Jenny, yep.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
One Jenny was killing the other night. Yeah. Oh, awesome. One Jenny's a cool little spot.
It is, and once hopefully they're going to be open in that place that they're
outside.
It's not even outside. It's an all. They're literally just put an addition onto the place. So where the tent used to be,
going back towards the arterial, right?
Right, yeah, going back over there. So it's going to be an addition with it's called the 42nd Street Bar is what they're naming it. But it's like everything's going to be connected. They're going to have 3 garage doors right in the front, so everybody can enter in right there. There's high tops, bar. You know, it's just it's going to give it a little bit more room. Plus, they moved the yoga studio. They bought the Sammy's Cafe across next to Cavallo's.
Oh, did they?
They bought that and they put the yoga studio in there because that, you know how the yoga studio is upstairs. They put the yoga studio in that Sammy's place, and I think that they're going to be turning the top floor into like banquets and like party room and stuff like that.
Cool.
So
cool.
Yeah, it's really cool what they're doing, and they just they don't seem to make any mistakes because they do the right thing. They research everything. They see what'll work. They know what'll work and whatnot. And
are they going to build a stage?
No.
I think this area is lacking an indoor stage.
I've said that for years. Like, the only thing that we're lacking here is like a Northern Lights or like, you know, a music only venue.
Right.
Like, you remember you know what I thought was going to be remember when the Bogey opened down in North Utica?
Yeah.
When the room itself, the way that they set up the room, they were only open for shows. You know, they had like this big, huge bar in the center of the room, and they were just handing out 16 or 24-ounce cans of beer. Just, you know, here you go, here you go,
sounds like
here you go.
Coleman's used to be in Rome.
Right, yeah. But, I mean, it was not, like, there wasn't TVs in there. There wasn't anything. It was, if you were coming there, you were coming there to see whatever show was there. You bought a ticket to come there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, we need something like that. You know what I mean? And something that, I don't know, like a Lost Horizon or something. You know what I mean? Yep. Something that we can call a music venue. Make the stage big enough where we can have the regional acts. You know, like maybe like how Saranac does it with outside. Same thing with the inside.
Like Sharkies in Liverpool, the way they do it.
Oh my God, that pavilion that they have there is huge. The stage is the same size as Saranac. You can fit 3,000-4,000 people in there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
we got a shit ton of outdoor stages in the area. With all the microbreweries and like the Celtic Harp and Saranac, of course. And there's a lot of outdoor stages, but what we're lacking in right now is indoor stages. And don't get me wrong, there's places to play, but they don't have a stage.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know, somebody's got to do it.
They were originally, I think One Jenny was originally going to do something like that. Like originally they wanted a 2-floor thing out there. They were going to put like, you ever been to Tony Harper's in Old Forge?
Yep.
Yeah.
That upstairs thing where there's grass upstairs, which I think is the coolest thing in the world.
It's awesome.
But that whole vibe, you know what I mean? They were going to do something like that, and like downstairs have an underneath par and make it more of an outdoor thing with a stage here, and everything changed. Like plans just changed. And once again, if they're doing something, they're doing it because they know what's going to work. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's just. It's a cool place.
It's a tough business.
It is. It's tough. Yeah.
It's a tough business to get into that type of music venue type of thing, and relying on if people are going to show up and who draws and who doesn't draw.
Yep.
Yeah, and what are you doing with a place when you're not using it? It's
right. Exactly.
Well, I think that like all these. Like it's almost like banquet facilities for me. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna have a wedding, you go there, you pay the banquet facility to basically rent it out for your event. All the events that they have in the Utica area, especially like the newer bands coming up when they have all those festivals and stuff that they do, you charge them a fee. We need this much money. If you want to rent, the place out for your event, this is what it costs. This is what we can offer, just like a wedding facility. And then they have to worry about getting, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that the people can have a space for an event like that.
Act as a promoter.
Exactly.
For somebody to come in. Yeah. Gary's saying he's never played One Jenny. I find that hard to believe.
Well, I don't, because they're so incredibly busy that they legit don't get back to anybody. Like the same people play there all the time because they've made the contacts at the beginning, and now they legit have no free time to sit down and talk. And they know it works too. Right, they know it works, but it's unfortunate because there is a lot of talent that should be playing there that just I don't know. You know what they do need? They need somebody competent to book for them. Is what they need. Gotcha. That's what I believe. But
Tom, what's your home bar? Like for Broken Rule, what's your number one venue? Papa Top.
Papa Top, the pub in Boonville. We play the pub in Boonville. Always pack that. Solsville Hotel is great. You ever play Solsville Sundays?
They got great food too.
It's great food.
Yeah.
Where is Solsville?
Solsville's right off of Route 20.
Okay.
It's Deansboro,
it's near, it's right near Barker Brook Golf Club.
There you go.
Oh yeah, okay.
If you take 12 out of 12.
12B?
12B out of Clinton. You end up right in front of Solsville Hotel. Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, beautiful. Brad Dixon there runs that and treats everybody great. You play 3 to 6 on Sundays. 3:01, the dance floor is packed.
Wow.
On a Sunday. And it's a great mix of bikers and college people and locals and people that follow you around. And yeah, so that's a good one. We've been real fortunate. Vernon Downs treats us great.
I've been saying the same thing.
We play Vernon Downs once a month. We have a standing,
same here.
a standing day like you guys do with Vernon Downs, and we always have good crowds. And
they're always dancing.
Always dancing.
Always dancing.
Well, they come to dance. And it's the old thing. You can wonder sometimes: are you going to have a good show? You're not going to have a good show. People, it's like the old line in the movie: "Guy don't walk on the lot, but he's coming to buy."
Sure.
Nobody goes out looking for a bad time. So,
well, yeah.
I like that.
Oh yeah. The thing I love about,
if you're not having a good show, it's on you.
Sure.
People came to have fun.
Yeah.
So
the thing I like about Vernon Downs too is those seats are coveted. Like they're coveted. I'm telling you right now, the seats that they have there, they're people like the bands don't start till 8:30. So people show up at 4:30.
Yeah,
and they sit at the table.
And I've seen ladies fighting with each other.
Yeah, 4 hours
pushing each other.
Yeah, they'll sit there for 4
table,
hours.
Bitch.
That's my table. Get up.
Yeah, they do. They take turns
incredible.
sitting at the table, going to the bathroom, go play slots, come back.
Wow.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It is. Yeah, and it's funny because they pack the dance floor. Is it a huge dance floor? I don't know. It's big enough.
It's decent size.
It's decent size.
Just remember the number one rule, though: no drinks on the dance floor.
No drinks on dance floor.
No drinks on the dance floor.
Security guys come and get you.
They come and yell at you. Yeah.
Really? That and they got a volume control.
Yep.
Which isn't the worst thing in the world because nobody wants to hear they're too loud, you know. Mm-hmm. And we don't have a problem with that. Al Bullett's our sound guy, and he runs that, and he takes care of that. Al's fantastic. He makes us sound better than we are. I've told him you can make a junior high girl look like Pamela Anderson, you know.
Right.
He really does. He cleans up a lot of stuff.
Well, that's what they say about the sound man, though. If you sound good, it's the sound man's reason why you sound good, but if you sound bad, it's also the sound man's reason you sound bad.
Al's great, and you know he keeps that little the little meter there. Oh no, we're good. We're at 90 decibels or whatever we're gonna be at. No, we're good. Yep. By the end of the night, Al, did it get loud at the end? Yeah, but who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
May saying you packed Station 233.
Yeah,
another great place.
Station 233 is fantastic.
Bert and Cheryl are great.
They are great over there. The Seymours are, and they treat us fantastic. We're always eating good over there, and we're drinking. I love the location. I mean, they're hitting it out of the park over there.
Oh yeah.
Even when they don't have bands, they're packed. But the food's good, and they treat people well, and the help is good. No, we have good crowds over there too. Like I said, you know, you ask what's your go-to bar. I don't really know.
Yeah,
you've got a couple.
We like Varick. We like Lucan's. We've played Lucan's a few times. We've always had a good night over to Lucan's.
I just don't like the stage. Thanks,
no,
Lenny.
it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, Lenny built the stage.
He always busts his balls about
Lenny
that.
Senior. Lenny Milano.
Lenny built that.
Yeah, Lenny built the stage.
It's like an angle. And,
yeah.
I mean, we don't travel like AC/DC with that much stuff, but we can't seem to find enough room on it.
If you got an hour and a half, he'll explain it to you why he did it that way.
If you got an hour and a half.
You need about an hour and a half, at least.
He tells me yesterday, he goes, I know you guys bust my balls.
Yeah.
I said, listen, we're not busting your balls. We're just celebrating you, dude.
We're celebrating you 100% because
we love you. We do.
Name one other person that everybody does an impression of. No one.
Yeah.
There's no one. And everybody has a Lenny.
Yeah.
They have a Lenny voice. You have the best Lenny Jr. impression.
You know, this has been a good time today.
Yeah, this has been a good time.
I've seen people I haven't seen in years.
It's fucking perfect.
Kevin Rule wants me to ask you about the pyramid.
The pyramid. Oh, yeah. We had a bunch of girls, women, beautiful ladies, that made a pyramid on the dance floor at Vernon Downs. Yeah.
Really?
Like a cheerleader pyramid.
Like a cheerleader pyramid, except,
Wow.
Yeah.
And the security guards weren't flipping out?
They finally did. They
okay. I was going to say.
When it got up over the height of the crowd, then the security guards
got big.
Okay, come on down, lady. Come on down, lady. Yeah, it was
wow,
fun.
that's so cool.
I want to meet the person that actually started that pyramid.
Yeah, because she's down on the floor getting her hands stepped
right.
on.
Oh, sure, yeah.
She's carrying the weight.
I don't think it was my wife, but she might have been part of it.
Right. They're down there on the base go, why am I down here? Why did I do this? Was not a good idea.
Well, it's like being the bottom guy in the grease pole climb.
Yeah.
It's not a great deal either, you know? Yeah, that used to be big up our way, grease pole climb.
Sure.
You always had a guy your size or bigger just hugging that thing.
Yep.
Guys kicking him in the nuts
and
up on top of him. And
you're like, yeah.
So she just decided one night, hey, let's start a pyramid.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
Pretty much, yeah. And
Kevin, Tom's wife.
I don't think it was Mustang Sally we were playing. I don't remember, but yeah, so.
Bo said he'll start the pyramid next time you guys are while playing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know, with the wireless stuff, you can do that, I guess.
And I'll tell you this, too. There's something about bass players, though, that for some reason it doesn't matter what they're doing, the bass is still playing, and you have no idea how they're doing it, but they just
never
No,
stop.
you're right. You're right.
The bass, he'll probably be able to do that, too.
He probably could.
He'll be the bass like this, still playing the bass.
Yeah, he'll have it sucked up to his chest, just hitting the E string, just vamping along on it. Yeah, no, that was fun. Yeah, but Vernon Downs is a great venue, and they treat us well. They just, I don't know. I'm sure it's the same thing. It's very, very easy in, very easy out. All they ask for is keep the volume down, keep people dancing. I don't know about you guys. I mean, I've seen you guys plenty of times, and you're a dance band. People want to dance.
Yeah.
Come see. Same with us. Everything we play, we run it through a couple filters. One, is it danceable?
Sure.
Or is it sing along? Or is it humorous? It has to fit Matt's voice.
Right.
And it's kind of got to be kind of what we play. I mean, we're not, look at us. We're not going to do Kane Brown. Nothing against it, but that's not
right.
Oregon Wall in or
no, it's we're more along the lines.
Bro country.
No, we got some Outlaws, some Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah, that's us. And Brooks and Dunn. And
you do "Fire on the Mountain" by Marshall Tucker.
I do. Yeah, I've done that.
Love that song.
I've done that acoustic many times.
Yeah, I just started doing that solo. I just started playing that song.
The steel solo.
No, not even the solo. Like playing acoustic, like singing.
Doing it solo.
Yeah, doing it solo.
Well,
yeah.
I got to catch it, and we'll play it together sometime.
Definitely, I'd love to.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to learn the phrasing because I used to play it a lot because I jammed a couple times with Dave Hawthorne from Syracuse, and he played that song, and I would sing harmony and do it. The verses I never had to learn, so now that I'm learning it, I'm trying to get the phrasing down and stuff.
Yeah.
A couple things, but I think I got it pretty much nailed.
There's a lot of lyrics you got to rush in there to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one I like too is remember the Highwaymen?
Yep.
That song, it's you know the Highwaymen, right? That was that all-star country. It was Chris Christopherson, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, and Johnny Cash.
Wow.
Yeah.
By the way, Willie Nelson just turned 90 the other day.
Yeah.
Today, yeah. Was it today or
yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah. Yeah.
With the Highwaymen, I got to check that out.
Yeah.
I remember hearing it, but I don't know any of their stuff.
Yeah, it's really cool. It was written by the same guy that wrote Wichita Lineman.
Was it?
Yeah, the same guy that wrote that song wrote the Highwaymen song that they do. Yeah, that they named that song after. So, yeah, it's really it's got that same feel, that same
kind of ghosty.
Yeah, and you're just like looking, you're like, man, all I keep thinking about like is this Wichita Lineman. It's like Lineman. It's like, man, that freaking dude's awesome. You know what I mean? You get thinking like, you know what I mean? Like he's a real person. You know?
Well, it's one of those songs you wish you wrote.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
But you know, do you write any original music? Do you?
I have original music. You know, after a while, you start to realize that in this area, it's tough to play it out. You know what I mean? So,
sure it is. Yeah.
And we got so busy that it's the last thing I want to do when I go home is pick my guitar up during the summer or anytime really, because I mean I play 5 nights a week. So by the time I get home, I mean I'm just over it. You know.
I was always amazed as a kid growing up, and again, like I'm 10, 15 years older than you guys. I used to go see 805, New York Flyers.
Alex Starr.
Anything Mark Wachowski did.
Oh, yeah.
Alex Starr. Alex Starr was able at one point to put together a greatest hits album of originals.
Wow.
Jerry Krause, promoted it and everything.
Sure.
And he was great with it.
So cool.
They had so many originals, and they would work them in to their shows with Judas Priest, Who, everything. They do anything, but they had so many originals, and I look at that, I'm like, not that I want to do that. Don't get me wrong. I miss that time of life. I
feel like that generation though, like when you were growing up, was the generation that like you could put an original song in there and people would be like, I don't know this song, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They like nowadays it's like this generation they don't know something. It's time to go to the bar, time to go to the bathroom, or and
you're totally right.
And it's debilitating because your song could be the greatest song in the world and they're not dancing to it. They're not interacting with you because they don't know the song. And like you start to feel like, oh, am I doing something wrong? Did I, is it shitty? Oh, I'm a shitty songwriter. And then you start getting down on yourself.
We were 18, 19, and we knew a lot of the words to Alex Starr originals.
Yeah,
it was like the man behind the wheel. Hold on to rock and roll.
Wow.
And it's like.
Didn't they have a video on MTV too? I know 805 did it. I think Alex Starr might have.
I don't know. You know what we saw? We were playing Harpoon Eddie's. Not last summer, but the summer before, and Harry Mantor showed up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was good. I hadn't seen him since Alex Starr. Yeah.
Wow.
I remember a bunch of years ago when Jerry Krause was working for OUR, that they did an Alex Starr reunion for it was like fireworks or something like that.
Cool.
They did one at the Turning Stone, too, once.
Did they?
Yeah. I don't know if they all got back for it or not, but I know four of them might have.
Wow.
But I guess Jack Murray's still playing out Syracuse, and Harry's playing. They rock candy, they call it, I guess, or I don't know.
Wow.
Harry looked great. Looked like he could get right on stage with the SG and rip it up again.
That's amazing.
We couldn't get him up there though. We couldn't get him up. He was there with his kids. So,
sure.
So many legendary musicians in the area still going and kicking it. Like yesterday, going back to the Alberico Memorial, Andy Cittadino with Andy and the Classics. Guy's 85 years old. He's up there singing.
I see him all the time too because they always come out to see us when we're at Harpoon Eddie's.
Do they?
Yeah, and that's how I met Jimmy and Andy. But they would always come in.
Cittadino?
Yeah, they would always come in together and watch us. You know what I mean? And it's just like, man, the history between just those two guys, just those two brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna get those guys up here.
Yeah, definitely. Because their 50th anniversary this year, which is
50th anniversary.
Incredible.
Wow.
It's just incredible.
Again, and I can't remember the name of the band back in the day. They were known as, but they're called Playing Again. And,
Playing Again. Yep.
Something else. Man, it slips my mind.
And they have a new guitar player in the band for the first time ever, really, because his brother's not playing anymore and he's not gigging with them this summer, so they've got a brand new guitar player who's also been in the area for a long time. But for me, the highlight of my day was, watching Dean Blask play drums, which is great. He was the first drummer for Target, and watching him play again was great. And then also watching Freddie Faccioli walk through the door, I was like, oh my God, it's Freddie Faccioli. It's like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of holy shit moments for me.
There was.
Like, you know,
yes, there was.
Wow, I can't believe that dude's here. Look at this. Oh my God. You know, like,
well, you get to be my age. Every day's a holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I woke up again.
Yeah, I stood up. Wow. Okay, my eyes are open. My back hurts a little. It'll tighten. You know, I want to tighten. Oh, there we go. All right.
That didn't hurt that much. I thought that was going to hurt.
Yeah.
Hysterical, man. Hey, where can people find Broken Rule online? You guys got like an Instagram page or a Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook, mostly Facebook. We do everything on Facebook pretty much. Okay. Yeah. And give us a like or shout out or just send us a message. You know, Kevin is really active with that. You know, that's really Kevin asked me to join the band a few years ago, and honestly, I'm in it because of Kevin. His enthusiasm, his work ethic, he's got
a lot of energy.
Well, he's got a lot of energy, but he demands. I don't know about demands. I don't want to make him sound like that, but he expects guys to pull their weight, do their job. And he puts his money where his mouth is. And, he's got the ass for it.
He wants to know if you brought beer.
Yeah, I got it. I actually have a better part of a case of Uncle Charlie in the back of the truck, but it's getting warm.
Amazing.
It's probably getting warm by now. Up in Boonville, it's 35 degrees. It's cold.
Sure, yeah.
Get down to Utica, the beer gets warm.
Oh, yeah.
No, we were having a couple uncles yesterday, Believe it or not. Hard to believe, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally. Sunday fun day.
You betcha.
I love it.
Yeah. Saw some old deadhead friends of mine yesterday, and then we went back to the house, and another crew showed up, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was good. Good day.
I live for those days. I really do.
Kevin and his wife were headed to the Alberico thing yesterday, but he got called out on a line call. He was still 2 a.m. fixing poles over in.
Oh wow!
Wait, is he National Grid?
He's Northland. He works for Northland.
Oh, he works for Northland.
Yeah,
okay,
he's a line guy. Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, wherever they are, grid is. If they got
right, of course, yeah.
So
he was in Frankfurt. You said
Frankfurt or Schuyler over that way, somewhere off of Route 5 over there.
That's your neck of the woods.
My neck of the woods.
I guess they had power out for hours. They had 4 or 5 poles.
Oh, wow.
I was talking to him this morning. He said, there was poles down.
It was windy. It was really windy last night.
I don't know.
All day yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but he said it was a mess.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bo is saying he's in it because of you, and he's not there. And I'm there to make Kevin sound better, he said.
Well, Bo and I played together in a few pickup things, some acoustics things over the years, and we hit it off. It was good, So when we needed a bass player when that came open, Bo was available, and he's local with me. I mean, we went to the same school. He was a few years younger than me and everything, but we know each other, knew families, and everything. So, but he's just been a great fit. And Mitch, our other guitar player, comes from Liverpool, and he's played in every country band around. He's played with Cripe's sakes, Custom Taylor Band, Chain Gang, and everything. Yeah, he's a Telecaster guy. Yeah, he's a Tele guy. He'll do more hybrid picking than I will.
Yep.
He'll snap those things. So.
That's funny too, because that's all I do now. All I do is hybrid pick, but I can't do the I know I could do the chicken picking. Like I said, it's a vocabulary thing for me. It's really but I love hybrid. Hybrid picking opened my whole world up to different things. I think of myself as like a rhythm guitar player that also plays guitar solos because I really focus on being rhythmic.
That's how I think of myself.
Exactly.
It's funny. 2 of my favorite guitar players are guys that you don't hear about a lot. And, obviously Warren Haynes, I love him. But if Tommy Crane used to be Charlie Daniels' guitar player.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
But you got to go back a while. But if you watch old videos, you can pick up a lot of what Tommy was doing is a lot of running rhythm. A lot of running rhythm, and just keeping the flow going. And sometimes I think I hear it, and then I question. I'm like, maybe I want to hear it, but then I'll watch a video. Go back, 74 or something, watch them play, and be like, no, he's doing it.
He's doing it.
He's doing it. He's moving. And another guy is Huey Thomason from the Outlaws, and not because of Greengrass and High Tides, but because of that Strat that he was playing, and a lot of hybrid picking, a lot of 7ths and 9ths, and a lot of bending strings, And so those are guys that I like to study. Yeah, I would never be them.
There's another great...
Way too little talent and too much damage.
Another guitar player I love listening to, and I don't think he gets enough credit, is Brad Paisley.
Fantastic.
I think Brad Paisley is one of the best Nashville guitar players that there
Fantastic.
is.
Virtuoso.
Yep.
I'm amazed.
Brett Mason.
Who's recorded 90% of the songs that you hear on the radio now.
Exactly.
He's not, makes a great living just going to the studio every day. And, But, answer me this. You've played a lot more than I have over the last 25 years, obviously. And does Paisley amaze you how he can go out of time signature and then come back in on a dime?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does the way he does licks, like he's doing, like he'll do like dotted notes off of, and he's just it's pretty cool.
And then you'll hear Grace Note triplets,
Yes.
With palm muted, and then land right back where he wanted to be.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. Who's the other one? It's a really good guitarist. Is Keith Urban.
Keith Urban's
another great guitarist. That's a famous person. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
another one that there was closet to me that I didn't realize was such a great guitarist is Vince Gill.
Oh,
it's absolutely phenomenal.
Oklahoma. What is that? Oklahoma City Line, maybe. I can't remember the name of it, but look it up on YouTube. Oklahoma something.
Yeah.
And it says, "Don't try this at home."
Yes.
Oh, I'm not. They're not kidding.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He's great, but very tasteful.
Yes.
He's
another melodic player. Another great melodic player. Yeah.
Never let the guitar get in front of the song.
No.
Just there all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful voice too.
Sorry, we're nerding out.
I was just going to take the words right out of my mouth, pal.
Yeah. You turn off the cameras. We'll just sit here and talk like this.
I love talking music. That's one of my nerd things. And then my other thing is I'll talk gear like for days.
Yeah.
Days I'll talk gear. I want to know how you hook everything up. I want to know what this thing does, what that thing does. Why do you run this like this? Like, it's I'm all over it.
Yeah.
You use Kemper a lot, don't you?
Right now I've been because I really need to. I want to redo my pedal board to.
Of course you do.
But not to add anything new. Not to add anything new. I need to pull all the pedals off, clean them, spray them out, put them back on the board, nice, fresh, and clean. And I want to retube my head. I got a Bogner Ecstasy, and it's such a versatile amp, and it needs to be retubed.
You think they're worth the money?
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Oh my god, no.
You've had that for years too. Huh?
Yes, and it was my dream amp, and when I got it, I knew why it was. Like everybody in the band was like, no, don't get that. Because I was using like 20 watt heads, 30 watt heads. And I'm like, guys, listen, trust me. Just because it's 100 watts doesn't mean I'm going to play it loud. And it was one of those amps, like, like a Fender Twin.
Yep.
You have to turn it up to 6 in order to get the tone to come out of it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it sounds thin. It sounds like this. But when you turn a Fender Twin on 6, it sounds like you have 15 Marshall cabinets on stage with, ear-piercingly loud. And but for some reason, the Bogner, I can have the volume on 1 and still get that compressed, saturated tone out of it.
Get the saturation. See, I've got a Fender Hot Rod I almost never use, and L Bullet just took it home and did some work on it.
Cool.
Power supplies and everything. But it's just what you're saying.
Yeah.
You got to play it outside. You use it in Salisbury Hotel, they kick you out of the place.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's brutal. But the tone is great.
Yeah, you can't beat the tone, and that's why one of the biggest reasons why I got it is because I could play it at a low volume. Because I play with in-ear monitors anyway, so I don't need the amp to scream for me to hear it.
No, but you do need to get the saturation.
You need to get the saturation, but I can get that without cranking it, which is just amazing. And I mean, the way that I want to run my rig, because I run a stereo. I have the Ecstasy, and the way that I run it is through the effects loop is how I make a stereo. So I basically have another 100 watt head that I use as a slave. Oh. But right now, it's a solid state 100 watt head, and I don't want that. I want a tube. It's got to be either a Marshall or a Bogner or something with EL34 tubes because I want them to match. And then have 2 412 cabinets on stage, and yeah, that's what I did for the 20th anniversary. I tell this story all the time. For our 20th anniversary show at the showroom, I had my Bogner and a Marshall, and then I had 2 Marshall 412s, and they were side by side, and that's what I wanted my rig to be. So that's what I put there, and Lenny, the sound guy at the showroom at the casino, he's been there for 100 years. He started sound checking the band. It gets to me, and I start playing. He goes, give me a little distortion. I give him distortion. He's like, is that how loud you're going to be tonight? I go, yeah. He goes, like, you're not going to be any louder than that? And I go, no. He goes, that's fucking perfect. I'm like, okay. He gets to Mike Brindisi, who's next to me. He's got a little 20-watt Black Star head. And he goes, all right, hit it. And Mikey just goes, like this, and it's fucking, like this.
Glasses are rattling.
He goes, dude, you got to, if you don't turn that thing down, I'm not gonna be able to put you out front. And so here I am with 2 412s. I'm good to go. He's got me beautiful out front. And here's Mike sitting next to me with an amp on the floor that's this fucking big. He's going, you need to turn that the fuck down.
I played with a guy once. He had a little Fender Princeton.
Yes.
I've never seen anybody pump volume out of a box that big.
Sure.
It was brutal. It was like, oh my God, how's he doing that? Why are you doing it?
Right.
But Yeah.
Bro, yesterday, you're talking amps real quick.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the donations and whatnot.
Yeah.
Somebody donated a little Gorilla amp.
Yeah.
Like, it totally blew me. It gave me a flashback.
Yeah.
Like, that was the first amp
so
I ever
cool,
used.
yeah.
Remember, you used to hit the reverb.
Yeah.
And if you dropped it a little bit, it had you'd hear
springs,
a little
yeah.
It sounded like an electric slinky.
Sure,
you know?
sure, yeah. Yeah. Well, you could do that anytime I set down my Fender Twin when I had here.
Yep.
You know, because you can't lightly set down a Fender Twin. I mean, they just kind of fall out of your hand because you're sick of carrying it.
What are they going for now? I mean,
now, oh my God. Got to be $1,500.
I was in
$2,000.
I was in Gorham Brothers about 2 years ago. You know those guys out there?
Yeah.
Sealy. I take stuff out there for work. And,
cool.
I mean, I buy most of the stuff from Mark.
Yeah, of course.
But there's every now and then there's something I find out there. Anytime I'm in Syracuse, I stop in. So I'm talking to Bobby Gorham one day. This family found a Fender Twin. I think it was 65, 66 in the attic.
Oh my God!
Nobody had seen it.
That's an original.
They didn't know it was there.
Oh my God!
Wow!
And it was sitting there, and he had, I think he had 2,800 on it. I said, Bobby, is anybody going to buy this? He goes, somebody going to buy it.
Oh yeah.
He said, I guarantee somebody will buy it.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, it'll end up in a studio in Florida. Or
Absolutely, or in California.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Or you know what happens to all vintage equipment that never gets bought? Joe Bonamassa ends up buying it. That's what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got like the dude is just ridiculous. The amount of vintage equipment he's got.
I saw a video. Not to interrupt you, but I saw a video of Joe while I'm thinking of it. I saw him this morning sitting in with a little thrown together band, people, different bands. I couldn't tell you who any of them are, but him doing an R&B cover of Back in Black.
Oh wow!
Huh.
It's on YouTube right now or Facebook or whatever. It's floating around out there. It's cool. Yeah,
I'll have to watch that for sure.
Got a chick singing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
wow, that's so cool.
It's really smooth. Yeah. I was like, that's cool.
Do they still make Gorilla amps?
Gorilla amps? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not sure.
I was so blown away and having a flashback looking.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, there was a lot of instruments back there too, trombones and saxes and
sax.
I mean, to get brass instruments,
snare.
Yeah, oh yeah, to get brass instruments. So I mean, they're so hard to come by, and like they're so expensive for kids. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's the sad part about it. So seeing those really expensive instruments there for kids to you never know. I mean, some kid could pick it up and end up being in a horn band someday. You know what I mean?
Did you start on a horn or anything?
No, I played. I started my very first instrument was guitar. So I started playing when I was 5. And
oh, really?
Yeah. I played. I used to watch my dad from when I was 3 to 5. Like he would play like this, is sitting on the couch, and I was eye level to him when I was 3. Watch him play. I watched the chords, and I started memorizing where he put his fingers. So when I turned 5, and they put the guitar in my hand on my birthday, I walked in my room, I put Fisher-Price record player, I put Take It Easy on there and started playing it, and 15 minutes later I came, swung that guitar over and just started playing it.
And you wonder why farm kids can drive tractors, right?
There you go. And then, but I also played the viola in high school.
Did you?
Yeah, I played the viola, which I'm always glad I played the viola because I love the instrument. Which, for those of you at home not familiar with nerd talk like we are doing right now, a violin has 4 strings, so that's a high E string, then an A string, then a D string, then a G string. The viola omits the high E string, and it's got A, D, G, and C on the bottom. So it's a low C string. So, and the same as the cello. Cello has the same pitch strings as viola. So it was a really, really cool instrument. I still have it. And
didn't know there was so much culture in Ilion.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, believe it or not, Ilion had the only string music program in Herkimer County, and I think it's still that way.
Really?
There's not. Anytime we did an all-county here, or solo festival or anything like that, we had to go to Oneida County because
no kidding.
We were the all-county in Herkimer. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean that's what we had to do, and we had a great teacher, T.J. McAvini, who I think he just retired from New Hartford. He might be still teaching, but he's the string teacher in New Hartford, and just an incredible teacher. And definitely, having music programs like this for kids in school is just so important. And I'm sad to see a lot of schools just drop in arts and music because it's just, are we going to drop football or are we going to drop music? We're going to drop music because football is so important, which it is. Don't get me wrong. I've always been a big sports guy. Like, I love sports. I love football. I love baseball. I used to wrestle a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Bob Turley, your coach?
No, I had Andy Van Wee was my coach because I did it in modified freshman.
Remember Andy?
Yeah. Yep. And but I think it's all important. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? It's not like I don't think anything should be cut. really. I think that there should be something. I mean, these are our kids. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, you know.
Yeah, I've never had a problem with that either. And it's been neat because I was able to be a jock growing up. I played sports, obviously, and went to coach. But to have enough musical ability to make a nice sound, too, and enjoy music. Mm-hmm. Very, very blessed and fortunate to have both of them. Mm-hmm. But it also gives you empathy to see that not, you know, people like, I found that sometimes sports get a bad rap. Oh, they're just jocks, blah, blah, blah. Some of those kids, that's all they're good at. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've had kids that I've coached that have cried when they're done because they can't play a trumpet. They can't carry a tune. They're not good at math. I mean, sometimes, you know, you got to have the same empathy for that kid. Look, I know it makes him popular as a kid. He looks good in his uniform. He's tough and everything, but sometimes it's all they can do.
Yeah.
Just like a musician, you know. Mm-hmm. So there's something for everybody. Hey, you know, before you guys get done here, I don't know what the time is on this or anything, but we brought you guys some Boontucky swag.
Yes.
So this is from
Boontucky.
Yeah, this is from the maple syrup for you guys. From my friends Mike and Matt Krieger up in Constable.
So cool.
And I grew up working on their farm, gathering the sap for maple syrup. I was one of their sap slaves. Yeah. Okay. Milked cows with them. So you guys each got a jar of
that's
syrup.
awesome, Tom.
Thank you.
And you got a little. This stuff is crack. This is a bootleg salsa from Amazing Country in Boonville.
Yeah.
They make these salsas that are, you'll eat the whole jar with a spoon.
See, this is better than T-shirts.
Well, we got Broken Rule T-shirts, but I was like, you know what? How many black T-shirts do these guys need?
I got a whole closet full, but I love food.
Got you guys. This is from our guy, Case, who's a big sponsor of the band. Guy and Denise at Charlie's Liquor in Boonville.
Nice.
So you got your Charlie's Liquor free notepads.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, it's actually one, but I just ripped it in half for you.
Yeah, that's all right. That's great.
And, wow, there's fruit in this salsa.
There is. My wife was
cutting some pineapples, cherries, peaches.
Yeah, this is
crazy.
I got you each a Hacksaw sticker. I don't know if you know who Hacksaw is, but he's a big internet influencer.
Okay.
He's big into wrestling. He's actually
awesome.
I know this is partly because you guys are big into wrestling. I'm like, these guys are either doing like music or they got like pro wrestlers on the show. I'm like, I don't get the whole thing. It's like midgets, or I'm like dancing dwarfs or something. But I'm like, okay, Hacksaw, and got you guys some Team Boonville stickers too.
Yes.
Oh, I love stickers.
Team
Boonville, as you can tell.
Team Boonville. Like your friend Aaron played on Team Boonville.
I miss Aaron so bad.
AJ and Wayne and all them on Team Boonville. I'm proud to announce that Team Boonville's still undefeated.
That's awesome.
We've actually never lost a game. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, so
thank you so much.
That's for you guys.
Thank you.
And my wife's going to want the box back. She didn't like the original box that I got for you guys, so she got a better box.
See, Tom, you know the way to our heart, right? You just bring us a bunch of food.
Yeah,
food and stickers.
Talk about gear and bring your food. You know?
Food and stickers. That's it.
Like I said, there's a half.
Can you come back next week?
There's a half case of warm UC in the back of the truck. You guys can have that too if you want.
I'm just having so much fun right now. I think you should just show up every week.
That's fine with me. If you guys don't care, I'll show up Mondays and sit over there and just yell. Okay.
I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. And I got to tell you, like, they always say Big Brother's listening and all that stuff. We were talking about how I'm out of Ballsy, and I just got a text message from Ballsy.
See?
It's weird.
It is weird. They are always listening.
It says, irritated balls? Ballsy Ball Card is aluminum free to help keep your goods feeling, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just totally enamored that I was going to be on a podcast. I mean, for guys my age that didn't have the internet or anything, we had 3 channels growing up. This is to be on not only on a podcast with guys like you, but to actually be sponsored by a ball cleansing company.
Exactly.
I was like, this is awesome.
It's changed my life.
Right up your alley, right? Well, I mean, when you get done eating your bootleg salsa from Boonville, make sure you rub your nuts down because you know that it's going to come out really bad on the other side, and you're going to need to smell good. I gotta go.
Yeah, this has been great, Tom. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
What's the next Broken Rule show?
Broken Rule Friday at top of the night at 6:00, and check us out on our Facebook page. Everything is on there that we're doing, and Kevin keeps it updated just as fast as things change. So,
real quick, I got to tell Kevin, I'll find out the information. He has a drum kit to donate, so I'll find out the information on where you can donate that.
If you ask his wife, Chrissy, he probably has 5 drum kits to donate. I think he's putting an addition on his house just for drum kits. Yeah.
It's hysterical. Now, Justin, where are you at this week? You're playing a bunch, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm playing tonight with Poor Tim at Fratello's at Frankfurt. I play Wednesday at Fratello's by myself, solo.
Do you just leave your gear there?
I will tonight, yeah. I will definitely leave my gear there tonight. That was weird scheduling on probably my fault. Thursday, I'm at Villa Verona again this week, as I was last week. Another weird scheduling thing, probably my fault. Friday, the trio's at One Jenny. Saturday, we have a wedding at the Beaches.
Ooh.
The beaches.
Yeah, that was closed for a while, and now it's back open again. So, yep. So that's where I'm at.
I want to give a big shout out to Mike Sales too. He crushed it yesterday.
Yeah.
I was always a big fan of his with simple props.
Yeah.
But he just added a whole new element to Showtime yesterday.
Everybody came up to me and because he's very, very hard on himself. He has no idea what his talent level is for real because and everybody that came up to me, they were like, dude, so glad you got Sales. Just make sure he doesn't get too hard on himself. And I'm like, everybody else knows too. I'm like,
really?
Okay, all right, yeah. So I mean, he's a great singer. He's a great person. No ego. It's awesome.
It could be worse. He could think he could think he's great.
Yeah, which we've been lucky. We really haven't had anybody in the band that's been like that. You know what I mean?
You guys have.
We've been so lucky. I think so lucky.
We're the same way. We've been very fortunate in that we haven't had anybody with. We've never been a fight over how many guitar solos you're playing.
Yeah.
What songs you're singing.
Sure.
It's.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't worry about that stuff. As long as everybody pitches in, does their job, and does the best they can, we're all happy. Yeah.
What a range on Mike, though.
It's incredible.
He can sing, man.
He said he was doing
incredible.
Jefferson Starship and Journey.
And Journey. They did separate ways.
Yeah, we did Separate Ways last. The two songs he sang was Separate Ways and Jane yesterday. We did 5 songs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. Shout out to EJA Moving Services. Joey's at 307. Utica Coffee. My attorney, Dave Longaretta. Saranac. Check out Saranac's concert lineup this year. They got some good shows. Collective Soul's coming. Mo's coming for 2 nights. Humphreys McGee. They're doing that Talking Heads tribute at Saranac this year, so that's going to be pretty epic with Jerry Harrison of the Talking Heads.
Oh, wow.
Really?
That's going to be pretty badass.
Another year with no Saranac Thursday, though.
Yeah.
But I think they're doing show at the beer gardens, right? I think they're going to have some kind of local stuff going on at the beer garden. I don't know.
What do you guys hear about that? You guys are in the, you're in the mix here.
From what I heard, they might do beer garden Wednesdays.
Beer garden Wednesdays?
But that's what I hear. I don't know. Don't quote me on any of this stuff, but I've kind of been out of the loop when it comes to that. But
I just missed that.
I know they're not doing Saranac Thursdays anymore.
Yeah, that's that stage. That's sad. That gave a lot of us opportunities back in the day to play in front of a lot of people.
Saw some good bands there.
Yeah, there were some really good bands.
We would get a DD or whatever, just flip a coin or whatnot, come down from Boonville a bunch. It was like going back to college.
Yeah.
It's just that.
But they would get yelled at on social media all the time, though. They would come out with the list of bands, and everybody would be like, "Oh, it's the same fucking bands every fucking year." Blah, 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 right? And then the next year they'd be like, "All right, we got all these brand new bands that you guys never heard of. Here you go." Well, what the hell? I don't know who any of these bands are. I'm not even gonna fucking go, man. And it's like
the Utica mentality.
It's totally the Utica mentality. It's like it's either too much or too little.
Damned if you do and damned if you don't.
It would make me laugh though every year. It was different every year. It was great.
It's just how everybody's up in a roar about a mural. It's like, don't you have other things to worry about? You're worried about a mural? Like, come on. Anyways, I don't want to get into the whole political.
Yeah, no ranting. We can't rant. We got us in trouble last time, right?
It did. But Saranac does have some great concerts.
Yes, they do
this year. So shout out to Creative Concerts for always booking some great stuff over there. Ballsy, ballwash.com. Use promo code members only for a 15% discount. And big shout out to Chillin' with the Rick. When you going on Chillin' with the Rick?
June something.
Yeah. I got to figure out a day to go on with him.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll just interrupt your show.
I'm going to give it about 30 seconds, and I'm going to get a message on my Facebook Messenger from him that's going to tell me what the date is.
Yes.
Even though it's in my calendar.
Set a reminder, Justin.
Oh, I have it. I got it in my calendar, ready to go.
Tom, thank you, man. This has been great.
Thanks.
Good catching up. Good talking to you. Thanks
for
to
having
the
me.
boys from Broken Rule. Make sure you guys go check out Broken Rule at a local establishment near you. And you guys have yourself a good day. Later.
Peace.